It's time for Maths with Mr. Thomas.
Alrighty then, here we go, chapter 2, lesson number 15. Parametric, differentiation 3, but this time we're looking at second derivatives. What are second derivatives? Well, that is something we have come across in the past. We know if we differentiate, we would get the first derivative. If we differentiate again, we get the second derivative. So we're now going to apply those questions to parametric differentiation. However, when we find the second derivative of parametric equations, what we need to do is we need to apply the chain rule. And if we do that, well, what we're doing is to work out d2y by dx squared, well, we'd work out dy by dx and we would differentiate that again. But dy by dx is going to be in terms of t, so we differentiate with respect to t dy by dx. However, because we're differentiating with respect to t, what we would then do is we need to multiply that by dt by dx. So, when it's parametric equations that you're using, to work out d2y by dx squared, differentiate it the way you normally would with respect to t, but remember to multiply by dt by dx. Note that you will already have found dx by dt. So all you want to do is flip that upside down and then times. Let's try some examples. So example 1, consider the curve defined by the parametric equations x equals t squared and y equals 2t. Find an expression for both dy by dx and d2y by dx squared. So example 1, we have x equals t squared and y equals 2t. First thing we want to do is to find an expression for dy by dx. How would we go about finding that then? Precious. Perfect. We'd work out dy by dt and dx by dt, and then we would use this formula here. Hello. From there then, so we've got x equals t squared. Differentiate x with respect to t would give us dx by dt and 2t. Differentiate y with respect to t, we've got dy by dt, and that would give us 2. From there, well, you know dy by dx equals dy by dt by dx by dt. It's given there in this yellow box. Hello. And from there, you would have 2 over 2t. Simplify that, and that gives us 1 over t. So we have found the first derivative. We have found dy by dx. Now we need to look at the second derivative. So to get the second derivative, what we want to do is we're thinking, right, well, it's given by this formula here. You notice that dy by dt is in terms of t. So what we want to do is we want to differentiate dy by dx, but with respect to t. So doing that, if we differentiate dy by dx with respect to t, that's what this means. We're differentiating dy by dx with respect to t. Then you can say we're going to be differentiating, well, dy by dx is 1 over t. To differentiate 1 over t, well, we can't differentiate if t is on the bottom of a fraction, so we need to rewrite that. Nathan, tell us what that would be. Good, t to the minus 1, so we're differentiating t to the minus 1. To differentiate t to the minus 1, you bring the power down, you take 1 off, so it would give us negative t to the power of negative 2. And if we rewrite that with a positive index, we would have negative 1 over t squared. So we have found this bit. We've differentiated dy by dx with respect to t. But now what we need to do is, because we differentiated dy by dx with respect to t, we need to multiply by dt by dx. Note though, that as I said earlier, dt by dx is really just dx by dt upside down. It's just 1 over dx by dt. So if you look back the page, we have dx by dt, you know that is 2t, which you can think of as 2t over 1. So dt by dx would just be that flipped upside down. So that would give us 1 over 2t. As it says here, all you want to do is just flip dx by dt. Therefore, d2y by dx squared, the second derivative, will equal, well, you're going to have the derivative of dy by dx with respect to t, which is negative 1 over t squared. But you're multiplying that by 1 over 2t. And if you simplify that, multiply numerators, multiply denominators, it's going to stay as a negative, and you'd have 1 over 2t cubed. Example 2, a curve is defined by the parametric equations x equals 2t over 1 minus t squared and y equals 1 plus t squared over 1 minus t squared. Show that dy by dx equals 2t over 1 plus t squared, and show that d2y by dx squared equals 1 minus 2t squared, 1 minus t squared over 1 plus t squared, all cubed. So the first thing we want to do then is find dy by dx. It is your parametric equations. X and y are written in terms of some parameter t. So to get dx by dt, we need to differentiate 2t over 1 minus t squared. Doing that, Drew, what would you do? Perfect, you would use the quotient rule. And why are you using the quotient rule? Good, because you've got a function in terms of t divided by a function in terms of t. High five, Drew. Well done. So u and v, u is going to be in the top, that is 2t. V is going to be in the bottom, 1 minus t squared. Work out du by dt. So if we differentiate u with respect to t, you get 2, and differentiate v with respect to t, v dash, that'll give us negative 2t. From there then, we can work out dx by dt. dx by dt is going to be u dash v minus uv dash over v squared. So u dash times v, we've got the 2 times the 1 minus t squared. We're subtracting 2t times negative 2t, and we're dividing that by v squared, the 1 minus t squared, all squared. From there, let's try and simplify that. So if you multiply the brackets here, that would give us a 2 minus 2t squared. The 2 negatives would make a positive, and that would be plus 4t squared. After that, well, you're thinking I've got a negative 2t squared and I'm adding 4t squared, which is 2t squared. And then from there, well, you could take out that 2 as a common factor. So we'd have 2 bracket 1 plus t squared in the top, and the bottom would just stay as 1 minus t squared, all squared. Don't bother multiplying that out. Leave it factorized. It will help us later on. Now moving on to y, we need to differentiate y with respect to t. So to do that, Danielle, perfect. Again, you want to use the quotient rule. Why, Danielle? Good, because you've got a function in terms of t divided by another function in terms of t. So you've got u and v, u dash, v dash. And you can sub them into u dash v minus uv dash over v squared. So u is going to be what's in the top, 1 plus t squared. V is going to be in the bottom, 1 minus t squared. Differentiate u, so u dash is going to be 2t. And v dash will be negative 2t. After that, dy by dx will be u dash v minus uv dash over v squared. So 2t times the 1 minus t squared. Take away the 1 plus t squared times the negative 2t. And we're dividing that by 1 minus t squared, all squared. Simplify the top. So if you multiply out the brackets, that will give you 2t times 1 times 2t, 2t take away 2t times t squared, which will give us negative 2t cubed. Then we'll have negative and the negative, so that'll give us plus 2t if we multiply there. And again, you'll have take away times by the negative, which will make that plus 2t cubed. And we're just leaving the bottom as it is. Simplify that. Well, you've got negative 2t cubed plus 2t cubed, and 2t plus 2t will just give us 4t over 1 minus t squared, all squared. We have now then dx by dt and dy by dt. But now what we need to do is we need to show that dy by dx equals this here. How do we do that then? Well, now, because we've got parametric equations, we can show that dy by dx equals, do you remember the formula? Good, it's just this one here, dy by dx equals dy by dt by dx by dt. So, if you take both of those answers, you will have a 4t over 1 minus t squared, all squared, over the 2 bracket 1 plus t squared over 1 minus t squared, all squared. Remember from there, if you are dividing fractions, take that first fraction. You would divide it, so you can use the wee dividing symbol. You're dividing it by this one, but remember when you're dividing by a fraction, you would flip this fraction upside down and change it to a times. And if you do that, well, you'll notice that that will simplify. Because here you've got a 1 minus t squared all squared, and here you've got a 1 minus t squared all squared. So they will cancel out. Cancel out one from the top and one from the bottom. Also, you can divide the 2 and the 4 both by 2. So that will leave you with 2. So you'd have 2 times t on the top, 2t, and in the bottom you're just left with 1 plus t squared. So that is dy by dx, and if you look at the question, well, that is what we were asked to show. After that, well, we're wanting to work towards the second derivative. So to get the second derivative, this formula here, we want to differentiate dy by dx in terms of t. We then multiply that by dt by dx. Remember, it's just dx by dt upside down. So the first thing you need to do is you need to think, right, well, I want to differentiate this with respect to t. How would you go about doing that, Evan? Brilliant, well done, well spotted. Once again, you would have to use the quotient rule, and you're using the quotient rule because you've got a function in terms of t divided by a function in terms of t, so it's the quotient rule. Yeah. Quotient rule then, u dash v minus uv dash over v squared. So you've got u and v. U is going to be in the top, 2t. V is on the bottom, 1 plus t squared. Differentiate u with respect to t, will give you 2. And differentiate v with respect to t, will give you 2t. From there then, differentiating with respect to t, dy by dx, we would have u dash v minus uv dash over v squared. So that gives us then, the derivative would become 2 times 1 minus plus t squared, take away 2t times 2t over v squared. So 1 plus t squared, all squared. From there, simplify the top. So the top would become 2 times the 1 and 2 times the t squared. And then 2t times 2t is 4t squared. We've got 2t squared and we're taking away 4t squared, which will give us negative 2t squared. Number 2 is just staying as it is. And then from there, we could take out a common factor in the top of 2. So that will give us 2 bracket 1 minus t squared. We are wanting then to multiply that by the flipped version of dx by dt. So dx by dt, if we go back a page, dx by dt worked out to be this down here. So that is what dx by dt was. So we are wanting to flip that upside down and multiply our second derivative part by that. So that will give us 1 over dx by dt, in other words, that flipped. And if we flip that upside down, well, that is what we get. So to get the second derivative, we take our derivative of dy by dx with respect to t, and we multiply that by the flipped version of dx by dt, which is this. So going over the page to do that, that will then give us both of them, if we just multiply them together. And again, you just want to try and simplify that as best you can. So multiply, you've got 2 times the 1 minus t squared times 1 minus t squared, all squared. So really we've got 1 minus t squared cubed. On the bottom, you've got 1 plus t squared squared times 1 plus t squared. So really you've got 2 of them, you've got another one. So we've got 1 plus t squared cubed. And also the 2 in the top and the 2 in the bottom will cancel. After that, because you've got the top cubed and the bottom cubed, you could just write it with the top and the bottom, put brackets around it all, and then cubed. And that will be your final answer. Try these questions. You are using parametric differentiation to work out the second derivative. Remember the way you do it, you'd work out the second derivative by differentiating dy by dx with respect to t, but then multiply by dt by dx. You have to apply the chain rule there. Give these questions a shot. They're on page 44. Check your answers as you go. If you have problems, let me know. Best of luck. Bye.